Hello everybody, the Paladins Season 6 Emergence PTS is here, and we have our newest frontline, Nyx, the Queen of the Abyss. So first up is the passive. Nyx gains up to 20% bonus healing the closer she is to an objective, and you gain a static 10% bonus healing on maps without an objective, aka TDM. So the primary fire is Realm Breaker. Punch and send out energy in an attack chain of 3 lights and 2 heavies, dealing 200 damage for the first 3 hits, and 400 damage for the last 2. The chain resets to the first attack on a miss, or after not firing for 1.25 seconds. You deal an extra 75 damage a hit if your target is within 20 units of you, has no ammo or reload. Now this has... It's not really a melee attack, it has a lot of range. Like, check this out, you can still hit from all the way over here. But there is really harsh damage fall off, as you see when we get closer. So let me see, like...
An extra item or two will help spread my will.
Trying to see where that... Alright, so it looks like about here is where you don't suffer from damage fall off anymore. But if you get really close... You get that extra 75 per punch.
11 in a row.
So we quite literally have a Happy Slaps character in the game now, so that's awesome.
Do this.
Alright, next up.
I will liberate you all from your meager forms. I'll allow it.
Alright, next up we have the Rift Slash. Fire a 200 damage projectile that explodes on contact with enemies or after traveling 25 units. On detonation, tear open an abyssal rift which pulses every half a second for 50 damage and slows enemies hit by 35% for 1 second within 30 units. After 2 seconds, the abyssal rift explodes, dealing 200 damage to enemies close to the center. Nyx can hold down the activation button to channel the ability, causing the projectile to travel up to 100 units, and deal up to 350 damage the longer it's channeled. So here's unchanneled. And they are slowed once that happens. You know what, we won't use Chronos, we'll see what the full cooldown's like. 9 seconds on that. Alright, and here is fully charged. Takes a little while, though. There's a little more damage on that. Next ability 1 is Abyssal Fortress. Call forth an Abyssal Shield with up to 4,500 health at the target location, placing it up to 90 units away. The shield is stronger the closer it is placed to you, losing 1,500 health for every 30 units that is placed further away from you. So, here it is.
For a queen.
Kinda a small barrier, actually, but the cooldown is pretty short. It's only 12 seconds normally, 10 seconds with the talent. And one more time, we'll showcase how far you can put it. You know what's kind of sad is I wanted a barrier like this for Torvald if they ever reworked him, but, yeah, I guess that's not happening now. There you go. And as you can see, it has very little health when you place it at range. Ability 2 is Royal Presence. Summon a poisoning aura centered on you that poisons enemies within 60 units for 5% of their max health over 6 seconds. The aura lasts 8 seconds, and while active, any damage received is instead dealt to you equally over the next 4 seconds, with additional damage refreshing the duration to 4 seconds. Reactivating the ability ends it early and fires off abyssal chains that deal 100 damage and pull enemies up to 50 units away towards Nyx. So let's spawn some Cassie bots and see what this looks like.
The power
Oops.
of a ruler. I am the last person you want to mess with.
Okay, now the chains come out, but we don't get to see that because those bots have CC immunity. So let's come back over here and try it one more time. Oop. I guess it's not working on the PTS. Maybe that's bugged. Alright, last up we have the Chaos Nexus. Channel and tear open abyssal rifts that deal 100 damage and pull enemies within 50 units towards Nyx every 0.5 seconds. After 1 second, explode in abyssal energy, dealing 600 damage to enemies within 50 units and stunning them for 2 seconds. While channeling, you gain 50% DR, CC immunity, and remove any damage over time from Royal Presence. So here is that.
You can't resist me.
Very nice. And actually the melee hit does not pierce through opponents.
13 in a
It's single
row.
target only, so gotta keep that in mind. Alright, now we go on to talents. First is Show of Force. Rift Slash now knocks back enemies hit by the projectile, and the resulting Abyssal Rift lasts 1 second longer. So let's see what that looks like.
Become undone.
There we go, you get knocked back, a little extra damage. Alright, second, and this is the talent that interests me the most, is Abyssal Breach. Enemies that pass through Abyssal Fortress are revealed and take 10% additional weapon damage from Nyx and her allies for 3 seconds. Reduce Abyssal Fortress's cooldown by 2 seconds. So I wonder if you could just like plop it on them like this. Oh yeah, you can. And this doesn't apply to just Nyx, it applies to her teammates as well. So if you have a high damage bursty character like Amani, you could probably get some quick work done. And also just flat cooldown reduction, always nice. Last talent is Subjugation. Royal Presence's reactivation now only hits the first enemy in its path, but its range is increased by 50%, and it now roots the enemy for 3 seconds instead of pulling them. So that is this.
Break against my body.
Stay away from me.
I think that ability is broken because I didn't see anything come out. So, yeah. So I am going to be using this loadout over here because increasing fire rate and looks very interesting. And also this card, Frontline Commander, increase allies and decrease enemies' movement speed by 35% for 4 seconds when they pass through the Abyssal Fortress. So it's on par with other speed boost cards from main tanks, but you have that added benefit of slowing enemies on top of that. Oops, how do I edit loadout? I can't really see any bad cards here. I mean, maybe this one, New Order, scaling's kind of low on that, given Nyx's health, but I think she has a lot of good cards, a lot of good playstyles here. Is that Caspian in that? I don't know. I can't tell, but either way, let's get started. Oh, and I have to say, for those of you who are not aware, Payload is finally coming back. I don't think it's present in this PTS, though, which is unfortunate. I'm going to take a look right now. But it's going to be coming back as like a pseudo... Yeah, it's not yet. It's going to be coming back as like a pseudo LTM, where Monday through Friday, Payload will be in rotation, which is going to be so exciting. I'm just so much looking forward to that. Oh my god, that's a face only a mother could love. Anyways, let's get started. Alright, y'all, I kid you not, it's been like an hour and a half, but I finally got her. Here we go.
Customize your champion.
Interesting intro, alright. Like I always say, it's not a Paladins play session if someone doesn't disconnect. Alright, well, that really sucked. That was a horrible first impression. But we're gonna try again, and we'll see if it goes better the second time. Alright, we got our second game here. I'm gonna try the second talent, Abyssal Breach. Enemies that pass through Abyssal Fortress are revealed and take 10% additional weapon damage from Nyx and her allies for 3 seconds. And you lower the cooldown of Abyssal Fortress by 2 seconds.
The battle is
Granted, our
about
first
to
game was
begin.
terrible, but first impressions...
Another
she's a
for
little
the
weak.
treachery.
I feel like that's always my first impression, though, because PTS is still tryhardy. I feel like the barrier is really small. That is tiny. That should be at least like 50% bigger.
5, 4, 3, 2.
But on the bright side, I'm not going to be knocking people back with my
begins.
Rift Slash, so I don't have to
Be careful.
deal with that. I just don't like knockback skills. I'm not a fan.
Fit for a queen. Wise move, healer. Enemies on together will take back our land. Thank you, healer. Your spot in my court is secured.
First blood.
Okay, the range is kind of generous on
My gratitude.
that skill.
Persist.
I keep forgetting what this is called. I'm sorry, the Rift Slash is kind of generous.
You are noticed.
Yeah, see, I just hit her over there.
You'll regret that.
I'm gone. Enemies behind us.
Torn to pieces.
We got her. We got her.
Insubordinate.
This once.
I mean, it is kind of fun to go happy slaps on someone, I have to say. This damage seems kind of low for what you're doing.
Healer. Together we'll rule this land.
Attack!
Okay, you can hold this indefinitely, it looks like.
I feel your heels in the depths of my soul.
Dodge if you can.
Killing spree.
Okay, punch in the silicone.
I am the last person you want to mess with. You want to play rough, huh? Enemies flanking.
She kind of sounds like Octavia. It's just me. Oh, goodbye.
I'm not done.
Splendid. We could use someone else.
A minor setback. No one can resist me for long. Ultimate is ready.
Also, it appears that the ultimate is bugged on the PTS and it's not stunning. Because it's supposed to stun for 2 seconds at the end.
Cerebral terror body. Enemy behind us.
Gaze into the
Enemies swarming about. Annoying insects. Wise move, healer. Together we'll rule this land.
Goodbye. Yeah, everybody was backed up.
Save yourself. Group up. No. A minor setback. No one can resist me for long. Wise
Enemy
move,
killing
healer.
spree.
Together we'll rule this land.
30 seconds remaining.
Flankers, let's show 'em a good time.
Like, I do also understand that the shield has a bunch of good cards. Oh, that sucks.
I am the last person you want to mess with.
15 seconds remaining. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
No.
I'll show them what happens when you mess with a queen. Huh. I'll allow it. 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 I'll allow it.
Okay, we have two voice lines that are the same thing.
In 15 seconds. 3, 2, 1.
Alright, here we go. Alright, I'm doing my crummy ult, so let's keep that in mind.
Thank you, healer. You're spotting my course. You can't resist me.
Alright, that did nothing.
gaze into the abyss.
You can't resist me. Insubordinate. Wise move, healer. Together we'll.
You know what I think happens with the camera going like that? Because when you activate the Royal Presence, you take the damage over time. So it's technically, like, in the coding, probably Nyx damaging herself. So when you die, the game thinks you killed yourself, and that's probably why the camera goes like that. Alright, I got touch.
The power of a ruler.
I'm pretty sure I just, like, placed it behind me.
You'll regret that.
Enemy rampage.
Scum! I'll show them what happens when you mess with a queen. healer. I'm not. Your spot in my court is secured. I am the last person you want to mess with.
Bap, bap. Bap, 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 bap. Come back. Let me
This
bap
hurts
you.
me more than it hurts you, Azan. Wait, no. It definitely hurts you more. Torn to pieces. Your bloodlust. Enemies flanking. Wise move, healer. Together we'll rule this land. Thank you, healer. You can't resist me.
Wow, that ult sucks without the stun.
Thank you, healer.
Gaze into the abyss.
A minor setback. No one can resist me for long.
I must say the primary is a little
30
weird. It's
seconds
not as
remaining.
lenient as, like, Caspian Sword or Term's Axe.
You'll regret that. Wise move. healer.
15 seconds
Together
remaining.
we'll rule this last spot in my court is secured.
10,
Become
9,
undone.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Probably get some Rejuvenate. They actually did fix Rejuvenate. I'm gonna grab one.
Overtime.
The enemy is behind
80% anti-healing now, yeah. But I do have to remember that Nyx gets bonus healing the closer she is to an objective, so... You're very much encouraged to fight here.
So quick on the trick. Remember who you're aiming at next time you decide to pull. Wise move, healer.
This thing's coming
Together we'll rule.
1.
Another for the treasury. I'll allow it. You are noticed. I'll allow it.
Okay, you can cancel that with right click.
You can't resist me more than it hurts you, Azan. Wait, no. It definitely hurts you more. Thank you, healer. Your spot in my court is secured. Flank me! Let's show 'em a good time.
Gather around. I'll just slip between.
You can't resist me. Quite an evil soul, aren't you? Torn to pieces. Wise move, healer. Together we'll rule
nice
this
stun.
land.
Overtime.
Yeah, I don't know how to feel about the shield. I feel like that should be her main defensive option.
We continue on.
It kind of doesn't look like a shield,
You're going to make me mad.
but it's like on the other side you have two like really good cards for the shield, so like if you made it bigger, I don't know. I would kind of rather have defenses because she's a tank.
Become
Wow.
undone. I'll show them what happens when you mess with the queen.
I don't know, even though the primary is kind of weak, it's kind of fun to just like bat people over and over. Bap, 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 bap.
Wise move, healer. Together we'll rule this land. I am the last person you want to mess with. Fit for a queen.
Enemies behind us.
You are noticed.
Be careful. Yeah.
regret that. Thank you, healer. Your spot in my court is secured.
Gaze into the abyss.
Oh, you wanna play rough, huh?
Where's my barrier?
Phew. Your bloodlust is impressive.
I'll
I
restore.
suppose my job here is done. Ultimate is ready. I'll allow it.
Strings of fate work in a
Wise move.
30
healer.
seconds remaining.
Together we'll rule this land. You can't resist me.
I'm gone.
15 seconds remaining.
Break against my body.
Yeah, actually, so far, I think her strongest ability is the poison field.
7, 6,
Just because you turn all damage into dot damage, I think that's really strong.
Your bloodlust is impressive. I suppose my job here is done. You can't resist me. Thank you, healer. I'm the last person you want to mess with. Possible. Break against my body.
I don't know why, I keep thinking she's a Zon, and like, the right click is gonna knock people up, and it doesn't. I'm actually starting to think that is the only strong feature of the second talent
victory!
Awesome.
is the fact that you get the 2-second cooldown reduction.
I haven't enjoyed myself like this. In my
74k damage, alright. Not too shabby. That is some squash and stretch, holy moly. Look at
The
those fingers.
battle is about to begin.
Starting Haven,
5,
because I don't feel like getting lit up.
the treasure.
3, 2,
Capture the
1.
objective.
The battle has begun.
Oh, I don't know why that placed behind me, that was weird.
Yes, together we'll rule this land. Enemies on the point. Take back our land. Possible.
An enemy has drawn first blood.
I'm not done.
Dang, I wanted the barrier, but it was a second late.
On my way. The world shakes. Wise move, healer. Together we'll rule this land.
Hey, I gotta back up.
Overtime!
I do find it kind of annoying that if you miss one hit, your whole combo is reset. Where it's like, Xin doesn't have that, Caspian doesn't have that, Azan doesn't have that.
to the enemies.
That's just weird. That just seems like an unnecessary, like, drawback for her kid, which she doesn't need that.
Dodge if you can. Wise move, healer. Together we'll rule this land.
Twice the restraint. What a loadout.
I'm gonna be here a while.
You can't resist me.
Enemy killing spree.
Ugh, that stinks. The power of a ruler. Thank you, healer.
Dude, do kinda
Your
need
spot
some
in the
hail.
court is secured. You can't resist me.
Let me say the power of the abyss! Enemy double kill.
That's better.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, let's try going to the left this time. Buck is on a kill streak, so he's probably our problem.
Wise move, healer.
Show them.
Together we'll rule this land.
Be here a while, I die. Okay, got him.
Your bloodlust is impressive.
Her, sorry.
I suppose my
Gender
job
best
is
skin.
done.
Alright, I'm not gonna peek that.
Ho, once again.
For queen.
Good choice.
Wise move, healer. Together we'll rule this land.
Attack! Enemy killing spree.
Enemies above! Thank you, healer. Your spot in my court is secured.
Oh, I keep thinking this is an Azan wall and I could just cut off people from following me, but I can't do that. Okay. We do kind of have numbers though.
You can't resist me. Become undone. Torn to pieces.
Okay, I gotta remember you can charge that.
Thank you, healer. Your spot in my court is secured.
Bap. Bap. Bap, Octavia! Oh my god, get back. Excuse me. Thank you. That took longer than it should have.
Enemies behind us. Become undone. Wise move, healer. Together we'll rule this land.
Let me save you from yourselves.
You are noticed.
God, that is kind of scary though when you see your health so low.
30 seconds remaining.
You can't resist me. Your bloodlust is impressive. I suppose my job here is done. Thank you.
15 seconds
Your
remaining.
spot in my court is incredible.
10,
The
9,
of a
8,
rule.
7, 6, 5,
God, I don't do any damage.
3, 2,
Show them
1.
no mercy.
Literally punching air.
A minor
Do a bunch of
setback.
credits. I think I'm gonna need a Chronos here. I'll get a veteran.
4,
Incredible.
3,
I'll
victory,
allow it. I'll
victory,
allow it.
victory,
I'll allow it.
victory.
I'll allow it.
Okay, I do have my pathetical.
Thank you, healer. Your spot in my court is secure. Come, try what you might. Let's show 'em I am the last person you want to mess with. You'll regret that. You're quite
Hello?
an eager soul.
Oh god, where's that barrier? Did it go behind me?
Violence, I'll make an exception. Twice the restraint. What a load of... Need a moment. Come on, come a little closer. That doesn't hurt much. Fit for queen.
Oh, I don't know where my barrier went.
You can't resist me. I'm not done.
Let's get this.
Capture the objective.
Y'all, we don't have a lot of time.
That stinks. Capture the objective. You can't resist me. Your
Okay, she's
bloodlust is impressive. I suppose my
Let
job
me
is
save
done.
you from yourself.
Capture the objective. Capture the objective.
Enemy
Bomb people
killing
point.
spree.
You do me later. Look,
Oh no, I think they got it.
Enemy triple kill.
That's better. You regret that. Possible. Thank you, Hubert. Your spot in my court is secured. You can't defeat me.
defeat.
Oh. Alrighty, well, kind of in a lame match to end on, but it's kind of like 1 a.m. in the morning. I have to go to bed because I have to work tomorrow, so I'm gonna leave this video here. I hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me, what do you guys think of the new champion Nyx? I think she needs some help. I think she needs some buffs. Does it give us stats here? Yeah, so the primary fire, I don't think you should lose your whole combo if you miss. That's just unfun. Like, Paladins does not need a mechanic like that. It shouldn't be there. I think the damage should be upped a little bit. Like, it's weird because on the patch notes it says this deals 200 damage, but it doesn't. It does 125, so maybe she is supposed to have higher damage and it's just incorrect to the PTS. Rift Slash felt okay, can't really complain about it. God, this is a whole essay of words for one ability, huh? Abyssal Fortress, it's like, why does it have this health penalty, first of all, if you place it at range? I don't think that's, like, why, again, punishing the player. And also, the shield is really small. If they want her to be a main tank, this needs to be bigger. And Royal Presence, I do think that's her best ability. We didn't get to see the chains pulling people towards us because that part didn't function. But I do think this is her best ability. This is why you would pick Nyx, just so you could lower your damage. What cards does she have for that? Gain 30 health. Okay, so there is no card to make the dot damage, like, slower or anything. Yeah, alright. The ultimate, it doesn't work, so I can't really properly judge that. It's supposed to stun people at the end, it doesn't. And F reactivation outroots, obviously we couldn't test that, so no comment. But I think with the right quality of life buffs, Nyx can be very fun and very impactful. I do think the concept of just, like, bapping people to death is very fun, so I'm gonna leave it there, y'all. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace. And also, I will be streaming the Season 6 Showcase on Monday at 11 Eastern Time, 11 a.m. So I hope to see you there. Alright, goodbye.